To access Codex, go to chatgpt.com/code. You will need to be on the ChatGPT Plus plan to use it. Codex is a web-based tool designed for real-world software development. The first step is to connect to it your GitHub account. I will connect it to GitHub account. Once connected, I will click on select environment, manage environment. Then I will click on create environment. Now if you see here, it is already showing me all my repos which is there in my GitHub account. For this demo, I have already initialized a new repository called trading alert system. We are using the default universal container image, which includes common programming languages, tool and packages. This should be sufficient for most backend development needs. If anything missing, we can always add it later using the setup script. Now we will submit our main prompt to Codex. The goal is to build a backend system from scratch for a stock trading alert app. We are using role-based prompting and specify the technology stack clearly. We are also using Alpha Vantage, a real-time historical financial market data API, while its support for Indian stock data like NSE and BSE is limited. It's good enough for our use case. We define our requirement, user registration and login, subscription logic, alerting based on the RSI indicator. In this case, the trigger an entry alert if RSI drop 30. We now click on the code button to run the agent. Codex take 5 to 15 minutes generating code. You can monitor progress through task tab and click on the logs to see what's happening in the environment, like container startup and file generation. Now you can see the environment setup is going on. You can see our prompt. Now you can see still the task is running. It's saying running a command. It also show you the status. Once done, let's review the generated output. Codex has generated lot of file. It's updated the readme.md with setup and test instruction, the configuration file, the package.json file. It also has the app file, and then it divided the files into the controller, repository, model, middleware. You can see the auth middleware for authentication the request. It has a subscription.js where the user can subscribe. You can see the servers.js file and the alert service, and you can see it has a and alert where RSI is below 30. It will logs that alert for now. So now this all file has been generated. If you see here, there is a create PR button. We can go and we can create a PR. Then we can view the PR. It opens the PR on GitHub, and from there we can review, and we can also merge the pull request. Confirm merge. We can see the generated code. We can go into the source directory and we can see it has a all controller, middleware, model, repository, routes and services. Codex also reports a failed test. Jest wasn't found. So we need to update the environment. I'm going back and then opening the environment. edit the environment, and then I, in the setup script, I will type npm install save dev jtest and save the environment. So now environment updated successfully. So next time when we run this, it will run our test cases also. So now to maximize the profit, we now enhance the app with exit alert logic. Our new prompt asks Codex to add exit alert condition, allow user to customize entry and exit threshold for subscription, update MongoDB schema accordingly. Now, if you see, Codex has created a new task and it has started working on that. We can also see the logs, and now we will wait for this task to finish. It will take again 3 to 4 minutes. Codex has processed the prompt. We can click over the task and we can see here the test cases has been executed successfully this time. We can also see the summary, what change has been done. Then we can also see the file set, what has been changed. The subscription.js has now two new fields, entry threshold and exit threshold. And there is a new file called alert evaluator, which has two conditions. One is for entry alert and another for exit alert. For now, it is logging this alert, but in future we can add it to send this alert to the mobile app. And there is change in the alert service and then subscription service. So now we can create a PR for this, so the another engineer can review. We can see the pull request here. File changed. You can now merge pull request. Click confirm merge and it's done. So now code has been merged for this PR into our code base. Let's run the generated app locally. I cloned the repo to my machine. I have opened the code into the VS Code editor. Open the readme.md file. Let's run npm install. It's install dependencies, and then we will run the test cases using npm test. Oh, test failed. We need to be ask Codex why it is failing. Let's copy this and ask Codex why it is failing. Let's ask Codex, when I running this locally getting the error, I paste the error here, and this time as I'm asking, not the code. So I'm just trying to find out what is the root cause. It's finished the task. Let's open it. And the root cause. The project uses ES modules. JTest must be run with the experimental VM module flag, and it provides the solution. We need to update the package.json. So let's copy this and we will update this in our local. Let's update the package.json with the right test script and run the test again using npm test. Yes, it's work. But for now running the app, make sure your MongoDB running locally and then start the server. Thanks very much for watching this. Hopefully it will be helpful for you guys. Thanks once again.